Hey guys, Jono from Fitness Education Online. Today's video we've got Travis and he's going to run you through some pad holding techniques for a cardio boxing session.
And they're just a couple of things that I commonly see and a couple of little corrections that I would try to make as well. So, when you're pad holding, the way I like to think of it is you want to be compact and tight. And so the reason I say that is because quite often when you're pad holding, you sort of see this sort of stuff out here. Now, there's a couple of things if you're pad holding and you're out here like this, a couple of things that you know to be wary of. I probably have a good 30 kilos of weight on Brenda.
Maybe 40.
Maybe 40. and if I've got that extra weight and I'm doing this sort of stuff and really slapping down, there's a good chance, so let's just pretend throw a bit of a punch and I go, oosh. There's a good chance that over time she's going to get one, pain in the knuckles, two, potential wrist injury, all right? So obviously whenever you're running a session, you don't want those things. Flipping the coin vice versa, if I'm punching and Brenda was pad holding and she's doing this sort of stuff, so even if you pretend to be me, and she punches, and if if the person punching is super powerful, if you're in this position here, that's not a very good mechanical position for your shoulder. So if you've got someone big and strong landing bombs over and over on this sort of things, it's a recipe for disaster for your shoulder, because if you're doing that over a, let's just condense it, let's say you're doing a 30-minute, you're doing receiving punches for say 30 minutes or whatever, maybe twice a week. What happens over 12 weeks, if you're constantly receiving your punches and doing this, there's definitely a good chance that you're going to end up with some kind of shoulder problem down the end. So you're here all over the place. So you don't want to be slapping. You want to be catching the punches, and also, like I said, you want to be more compact. So this is sort of the stuff that I see. So the straight punches look like this. Someone looks like this. The hooks might look like this, and the uppercuts might look like this. All right. So the big ones there, the hooks and the straights, are where you're looking at potentially causing some damage. And yeah, so what you want to do, see it's all over exaggerated. Obviously I'm doing this sort of very over exaggerated, but that quite often can be how it looks. So what we want to do is get everything more compact and tight. Oh, and the other thing is, on a practicality point, if I'm holding my pads out here, not that anyone's learning to box here or anything like that, but on a practicality point, if I'm holding my pads out here and someone's punching like this, your punches, you're not punching like this. It's not like you're trying to punch, one person here and one, not that we're trying to do boxing, but it's not like you're trying to punch, like this. Your target should be here in front of your shoulders, basically, all right?
Same for the boxer is also, you can't really punch properly and exercise properly because the pad holder is not really...
Yeah, so there's a few things going on there with some common errors. So again, like I said, everything should be tight and compact. I like to think about having, again, it depends on heights of partner, so this varies here and there, but I like to keep my elbows in and down, and my pads are in front of my body here. So for my straights, they look like this, and I'm just simply leaning in to catch the punches for my straights. For my hooks, it's a subtle movement. My hooks are here. So I'm just leaning over, and it's such a subtle movement that you don't even, it's hard to tell. So it's basically from here to here. And the uppercut, same sort of thing. I'm coming over the top and catching here. And you're just coming over to lean. So if we're throwing some straights with this more compact and tight technique as a pad holder, might look something like this. So let's go. So if you're going high volume, all right, stop there. And maybe we'll just go, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a couple of 1, 2s. All right. So you can see I'm more compact. I'm trying to take the punches out and in front here. If we're looking at the hooks, so we're going to go the same. So we'll just do a couple of hooks, ready? All right, and uppercuts. All right, so it's just really subtle as I'm going like that. And if you're throwing that into your combinations there, this is where I think it comes into play more than anything, because if you're doing a combination and your pad holder's all over the place like this, it's very hard to get those crisp punches happening. So if our combination is going to be left, right, hook, uppercut, yeah? So left, right, hook, uppercut. All right, so you can see as a pad holder, there's no confusion because it's just subtle movements, all right? And that's it for anything else? Do you want to add?
No, that's
No?
it.
That's it for today, guys. So just try and keep those subtle movements. You're leaning in, nice and simple, nice and easy. And that's it for today. If you are running boxing with your groups, you need to make sure that you are proficient with all of this stuff. Gone out and done some professional development and are covered to run your boxing session.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, we've got all sorts of different playlists. I'll put them up on the screen now. Have a look in the top right. You've got a playlist with all different bootcamp workouts. Bottom right, you've got a playlist with all different boxing workouts. Bottom left, you can hit that circle, subscribe to our channel. And top left is our latest video. Enjoy.